Hey, so yeah, it's not 3 a.m. It's like 4:15 now. I just finished putting the dishes away in the dishwasher. Turn on the dishwasher because that was the last thing I was told to do. Let me speak up because if not, you're not gonna fucking hear me. And I moved over here so I can talk a little louder because if I talk over there, apparently I'm fucking yelling. So you definitely, that saying that says you need money to make money, ain't a fucking lie. Now, Ryan Trahan, the YouTuber, takes a penny, makes $1 more money off of it, this and that. See, he's got a gig. First of all, he's famous. He's got like, I don't know, let's say 5 million viewers. He's got more. I think he's got 15. Which is a lot of fucking people. People be like, oh, you only got 100,000 viewers. Motherfucker, you try to fill up a stadium with 100,000 people. You see how many people that is. Alright? And so when he goes and he does shit, say, oh, pulls up to a stranger, more than likely this person probably knows him. They might not know him directly, but because he's on YouTube and he's a big hitter, the algorithm will most likely promote him to the homepage for people who are generally, they don't have like viewing preferences or they don't have a history. What the fuck now? She's yelling now? I moved over here so that she wouldn't hear me, and now she's fucking yelling. Let me just move all the way to the corner. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. She fucking literally, I'm not gonna talk shit about her because I'm gonna wait to say it to her face. Anyways, so today it's been a long ass fucking day. I had to make phone calls that got to nowhere except voicemails. And then I had to write all that shit down to keep track of it. Because one thing I learned in life, if it wasn't written down, it didn't happen. Or record it now that we got cameras. And I was trying to get the ball rolling. I know I said April 1st I wanted to make it an effort, and I started it. I shot my first video, got a couple scenes. I just gotta edit it. I did a little power walk it was 0.6 of a mile or 1 kilometer. Did it in 10 minutes. When the proposed time is 14 per Google Maps. And you gotta remember, when you do a power walk, usually use both of your arms because they create momentum. And when you're only using between one arm and you're using the other arm to hold the camera, it takes away from some of that momentum, so you're not gonna be able to walk as fast. But still, nonetheless, I still did it. And what you consider to be a power walk. And I'm starting to realize now that if I want to start a business, YouTube is not going to be the way to go. I'm going to probably have to host my own website, because YouTube has a specific section that says, is this for personal use, for this, or for like business use? So they know what they're fucking doing. They're not going to like just let people use their site. I mean, they might, and people might get away with it because nowadays all companies get rid of most human beings for, algorithms to try to figure out shit. They just have fucking learning machines that just watch item after item, listen to, you know, audio after audio to try to recognize patterns, try to recognize, different things. And even still, shit gets through holes, it still goes through. I think some of it is obviously paid for, that's why it goes through. But yeah, made a bunch of phone calls. Ironically enough, I had to call insurance companies, like medical insurance companies again, because this time for my daughter, not for myself. For myself, I had to go to FedEx, print out a paper, and then fill it out by hand with a pen. And that shit took like an hour, because that was the abridged version of what happened. The unabridged version would not even fit on the paper. Everything that happened to me. So I would have been better off without insurance, because at least I wouldn't have been expecting something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody says, "Oh, hey, this is gonna happen." You can be like, "Oh, yeah, all right." And you might get your hopes up. You might start getting a feeling of like, "All right, something's good about to happen," which that's exactly what I was instructed. I called the insurance plan. I said, "Hey, look, this is my medication. I see it's in your formulary." They're like, "Oh yeah, it is. It's this is what it is. How much you guys?" I got this. That's exactly the quantity limit. It's a tier 1 med, so all you guys a $15 copay. Go to a participating pharmacy. Yada yada yada. Participating pharmacy. I first tried the same pharmacy I went to last month. The fucking pharmacy manager, bless her soul, was on holiday. So I handed it to this young lady who's another pharmacist. I'm not gonna say her name because I'm fucking tired of all these fuckheads. Because just like they're fuckheads, so am I. Give her the scripts on a fucking Saturday. Oh yeah, she looks in the computer because she's a pharmacist. Oh yeah, you can pick one up on Tuesday and the other one will be ready on Wednesday. I'm like, okay, that sounds right. You guys count every 29 days, not every 28. You're allowed to pick up 1 day early, not 2 days early. Because now this place that I went to last month, they use a calculator to get a more accurate way of counting. But what the calculator doesn't take into account is that most people, when they pick up a medication, they start taking it the day that they fill it. So the day you fill it doesn't count, which it's logical and it's illogical. It's illogical for someone who gets the medication for the first time. It's logical for somebody who's been getting it for a while, but it's illogical for somebody who suffers from mental health, and part of that suffering of that mental health is extreme anxiety, like really bad anxiety, not just generalized anxiety disorder, but anxiety to the point where you've been to the hospital because of it, and after that you realize that if you need to fucking take more medication than you're supposed to, you're gonna fucking do it, because you're not gonna have another $5,000 bill for going to the hospital. Fuck that shit. Okay? And then living with other people that are also going through recovery does not make shit any easier at all. For me, at least. Okay? And now, I'm not fucking Superman. I'm no fucking angel. I'm not fucking. Look at this. I can't even get a formal fucking job as much as I ask. Ask my dad. I've been hanging out with my dad. Everywhere I go, I ask every single fucking soul you can think of. Give me a job, 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 give me a job. Everybody knows I need a fucking job. At least near where I live. Because you wanna know something? I don't have a fucking car. Okay? So because of that, I'm limited to where I live by. And unfortunately, here in this fucking suburbia of fucking Miami or Hollywood, whatever, Pembroke Pines Incorporated, the 16th of January of 1960, I think it was, because I read that yesterday after I watched the video, is all car centric. Henry Ford fucking left his legacy by making the, what is it called? Assembly line. Alright, before him, it was only rich people that would have cars. His personal goal, I think, was he wanted everybody that worked at his factory to own a vehicle. And sure enough, it happened. And then one of his good friends, this guy named Cadillac, saw one of his friends got killed trying to start a Model T, because a Model T's kind of weird how you start them. You gotta crank them from the front because they didn't have fuel injection. And so that's why Cadillac is the first car to ever have had fuel injection, I think. I don't know. Go to Donut and try to learn about that. They got a great YouTube channel. So now I have a device of which I make this channel that I fucking talk to you guys on. But now I could essentially I have a couple emails, because when our daughter was born, I created an email, I guess, and to also make a phone number for her. I had a phone number for her for a while. It just ended in 2012, the year she was born. And what was cool about it is it was out of Cali, out of the city of El Segundo. So the name of the city emphasizes time, and the last four numbers of her phone number emphasize the year she was born, which is a point in time. And so I thought that was fucking awesome. So mom needed it, so I gave it to mom. And eventually I got her first iPhone, which was intended to get her excited about education. And even today, when I took her to the doctors, I told her, I'm like, honey, how old do you think that lady is? Dr. Maria Aleas or something. She's a pretty looking lady, obviously, because she's got money. So she got money to get herself looking pretty, do her hair, do her makeup, all that shite. But she's old. She's been practicing for like 20 years. So you figure she graduated when she's 30, she's probably in like her 50s. So, I mean, she's not as old as I am, but then again, she looks way younger than I look. So, nonetheless, I even told my daughter straight up, I said, honey, look, that lady right there, she's a millionaire. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to be a millionaire, that shit ain't easy. That shit is fucking hard. And not everybody's cut out to be that, okay? So, I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying make sure it's something you want to do, okay? Because if you want to do it, just fucking try. Because it's better to have tried and failed, I guess. I don't know. And that's where I'm stuck at now. I gotta figure out. Maybe I can get a donation. I don't know. Try to start my own business, because obviously no corporation wants to hire me. The front end manager, at least he was nice enough to me today to at least explain to me about how Publix 1570 it's a slow store, which is true. And like I mentioned in the video before, Village Square Plaza, they didn't even know if they were going to make that a shopping center or a park. So if it's slow now, imagine how it was when Winn-Dixie was right up the street. And now that Winn-Dixie got bought out by Bravo, Bravo renamed itself probably for IRS purposes, because I think Bravo was laundering money, because from what a little birdie told me, they were paying like the receiver like 40, 50 grand a year, which is, or more, which is great money for a receiver. I mean that's a Publix receiver can make that, but for like a supermarket that just broke ground and it's owned by Dominicans, they're not a $1 billion company like Publix. So anyways, I'm gonna shut the fuck up because I finished my cup of coffee, and the only reason I drank cafe con leche was because I was hungry as shit. So I made myself a bowl of cereal, and I was doing that while I was going on that Google account on that Chromebook, and I got nowhere because I think I might need a different device, either that or just have to create a different account. But so far for now, it does say it. I did Google it, and it said it is possible to make a different, create a separate channel under the same email that you have. It wasn't a YouTube website, it wasn't a Google website, it was just a separate website that just has tips. I didn't look too much into it, and I looked into the official like Google and like the Google things, because obviously Alphabet owns Google, YouTube, all that shit, so it's all the same. But for now, like I said, I'm almost don't even want to try it. I'll try it while I do it by myself, just to get exposure, because I gotta start somewhere, right? And if somebody wants to do it, I just won't put it up on YouTube. Fuck it. Maybe I'll put up a little before and after. And if YouTube wants to fucking sue me, what the fuck are they gonna take away from me? Look what I got right above me. They're gonna take that shit from me?